Welcome back. Today we have something exquisite, something very nice for you. As always, it's related to Steel Essence, but this one right here, what we have today, is extremely special because as soon as you reach the Steel Path, this will be available to you because it's on Earth, and we'll jump into the mission in a few, but let's take a look at the build. Not much has changed. Now when it comes to the build, when it comes to Ivar, what you need is some efficiency and some strength. If you can get 168 strength, you know, you can use regular intensify, augur secrets, energy conversion. What matters really the most is continuity, primed flow, and streamline and empowered quiver. Even empowered quiver, you don't need that much strength, but having some strength will actually give you more critical damage. As if you guys know, the dash wire grants you 100 critical damage, so the more strength you stack up, the more you get it. I'm at 168, you see in the bottom right there, and with energy conversion it will take it to around 200. Toxic flight is optional, this is optional. And let's just take a look at what we have. I'm using the Kuva Brahma. You don't have to use the Kuva Brahma. You can use anything else. You can use a bow. I mean, there is some, I'm not exactly sure if you use a different primary or a secondary. Some people are saying you'll still get the reload buff regardless of what weapon you're using. They might be onto something, because I do occasionally hear the Cavet buff or the Cavet proc, that sound that it makes, and I don't see a resource, I don't see a shield, I don't see energy, so it might not. I have no idea, I haven't confirmed it yet, but I'll still use a bow because I don't have to use anything else. And we're using the Colossus at the moment, and this is the build that we have on the Colossus. If you do not have a Riven, and I'm telling you, it's not a big deal. You can really just use Voltaic Strike so you can make corrosive. That way you do a lot of good damage to the Acolyte. So if you don't have a Riven, just put Voltaic Strike or any electricity mod so you can do some corrosive damage to the enemy. You can use the Glaive Prime. For sure you can use the Glaive Prime and you'll be fine. And the Cavet, this is the Cavet build that we have in here. Nothing has changed at all when it comes to the Cavet. This is what we're using, and it does the trick. When it comes to the schools, you can use Zenric so you can regenerate some energy here and there, but it's not a must like when you're doing a survival mission or any of that. So let's just jump into the mission, see what we have. The good thing about this one is you don't have to abort ever, because it will always spawn since it's a part of the mission itself. It's near the sabotage toxin batch thingy. You'll always find it. That room will always spawn. You'll just have to do the mission first. Alright, let's just jump into business, see what we have. Let's go. Excuse me, gentlemen. The interesting thing about these enemies is they are level 100, but they don't, their AI is stupid, literally. They're not even gonna attack you. They will, but they'll barely touch you. So that's the good thing about doing it here. Even though they're level 100, but they still act silly. So it's not much of a concern. Let's see where we are. Excuse me, gentlemen. Thank you. Smith, I will save it in a few. Here is the toxic spot. Excuse me, guys. Hack this quick. In the meantime, let's heal the Cavet. Then we'll handle these suckers. So I'll skip until I finish this to save some time. And we'll see you guys in a few. Okay, fantastic. Now that we have destroyed this, this is exactly what you need to be doing. As soon as you're done with all these, see how on the top right side I have the energy conversion. Mark right there, that's how you know. Switch your dash wire and position it somewhere right there so you can just hop on the wire and jump up and sit here. Now we need another energy, so let's take this energy first so that we have energy conversion active, and you place one directly straight to this line right here, because the Acolyte will spawn right there, and the Acolyte spawn, trap him and just press X. You don't need to move, you can just heavy attack him right away from here. And we'll demonstrate that when the Acolyte spawn. But for the meantime, you just kill enemies. You know, pull the map, show the map like this so you can see where they are. Maybe hold F, that way you're in melee mode. And just kill enemies. As you guys can see, sometimes the enemies actually don't spawn in the middle. You will have to come to this side and that side. You can't just stay centered in there, hoping for enemies to spawn around you, because they won't. You're gonna have to alternate. Where's this sucker at? Give him that one. See how there's nobody in the middle? Okay, now there is some. Always follow where the enemies are. Enemies are here, come here. Don't be afraid to venture off a little bit towards this side. Nothing will happen to your steel essence. As soon as you hear the acolyte, you can just bullet jump back. Or void dash all the way. Either or. See, but after you kill enemies on this side, you should go back and see something. You see there's one right here. Where's the sucker? Perfect. For now, let's just handle the acolyte. See, this is it. Use your dash wire. You can go invis if you want, but he's gonna spawn right there. We'll trap him. You press X right away and you're just gonna jump on the dash wire and just heavy attack him. When 2 or 3 land on him at the same time, he will die instantly. In the meantime, let's do this. Bullet jump, hop on this, go invis, jump, and wait for this lovely acolyte. As always, trap his sorry ass, hop on this wire, give him that 1, give him that 2, give him that 3. That's why I love being on top of them, because they're just straight headshots.
You're making this too easy.
Let's see. Yep, we have 11. Come on, Sly King. Let me know you got that double or triple buff. He's a beast. He's been doing it for 5 hours. That sabotage mission in Jupiter, I believe. Yep. Come on. I need to hear a double buff from you, man. There we go, my man. My man Slacken just got a double buff. He's been in the mission for 5 hours. He has 4 more chances for a triple buff. Man, I wish the best for my man right here. I think if he gets a triple buff with around 36 steel essence, he's getting around 1,000. 1,200, something of that nature, so let's hope he comes out with a triple buff. He'll message me when he does. But that's the thing that's actually fun to do if you have a friend and you guys hop on a mission at the same time. Because if you're doing it solo and you're not talking to somebody, it just gets a little boring. I mean, him, we've been chatting non-stop about a bunch of stuff. So I would recommend doing that with some of your friends. Instead of going on the mission at the same time, like, do solo, let him do solo. So if he has to pause and you have to pause, that would be fantastic. Come on, come on. Update me with a triple buff, man. You've been in the damn mission for 5 hours. He almost picked them up earlier. Suggested that he stick around. He was like, you know what, I am not leaving until I get a double buff. 20 minutes after he gets his double buff. Let's see if he updates me that he got something different. Oh, can shoot through walls. Fantastic. Send a screenshot. I am so glad he benefited. Magnificent. There's nothing more attractive than an affinity buff. I don't know about you guys, but nothing is more attractive in a mission than seeing that thing on the top. Oh, I'm lying. There's actually something more attractive is when it procs once or twice or 3 times. Oh man. Could this be the chance? Could this be the chance? That's what you ask yourself every time you see affinity buff. Is it it? Is it it? Let's look up top. Let's look up top. And the first chance has gone to waste. So we continue doing what we do best. Slap, slap, slap. And we wait for the 1-on-1. And smack this guy. My man Slacken has provided me with some wild ideas for the giveaways. So we're trying to get as much steel essence as possible for you guys to benefit. Come on, Cavet. We're giving back to the community, Cavet, so give us that triple buff. $74, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Nope. Ooh, would you look at that? Now that's what I'm talking about. 74, we have 2 more chances. Come on. I'm not even gonna move. I need a triple or a quadruple buff. That is some interesting stuff. Man, I love having a double buff. This is the actual high right here when you get a double buff and you're just waiting to loot. I don't want to kill nobody. Let's see, is that a triple? Is that a triple? Nope. We have one more chance. Let's do some nice parkouring moves. Maybe the cavet will see and like it. Anything? Anything at the 101? If nothing at the 101, then we will just collect and we call it a day. Come on. Come on. 101. 101. We'll wait until the 99 because sometimes it gets delayed and nothing. Thank you so much, cavet. This has been a fantastic run. This is a beautiful spot for those that have not unlocked a lot of the steel path nodes. You guys can go ahead and benefit as much as you can from this location. It's easy and it's good to go. 306, something like that. So we're at 6,700. We got this on the way, so that's fantastic. You get some ferrite in case you need it, in case you need this. In case you need some rubedo. Because we're not using coral, we don't get so many of them, but doesn't matter. I guess you still get some. It's better than nothing. It took me about 2 hours. I did die a few times in the beginning testing the spot, which resulted in me getting less steel essence. Because acolytes, one of them disappeared, and if you die, usually the acolyte, even if you're not fighting the acolyte, if you die once for instance and he's supposed to spawn at the 10-minute mark, he will spawn at the 13. So dying is actually bad because the acolyte gets postponed. But this is it. Let's just check steel essence quick. See what we're at, and 6,700 on the dot. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.